Hey everybody, how are you all doing? I am doing absolutely amazing. I am actually at a rally tonight in a neighboring town. Let me see if I can show you my poster. I am at the Good Trouble Lives On rally today. We are honoring the life and legacy of the ancestor, the late Honorable Representative John Lewis. Today, we commemorate 5 years that he has passed. Well, not necessarily commemorate, but we acknowledge 5 years he passed away today. And so we are rallying in his honor as we fight on and as we fight back against the injustices that we are currently experiencing through the Trump administration. And so we are here together. Actually, you might can hear the crowd a little bit in the background. I don't really want to video them because I didn't get their permission. So I actually stepped away from the crowd so that I could come on and let you know where I am tonight. So that's where I am. Oh, but I forgot to tell you, hold on a second. Let me do one thing. Let me just do one thing because I didn't start properly. So let me do one thing. Yes, I hope y'all are doing great today. I'm going to do my here we go.
Recording in progress.
Awesome. There we go, y'all. So again, welcome to the Stephanie Humphrey channel and the Stephanie Humphrey podcast. Welcome to Sip and Say with Stephanie. So you all, it is a third Thursday in July. This is July 17th, 2025. Again, I am at the Get Into Some Good Trouble. I know I'm saying it wrong. Good Trouble Lives On. Let me show you my poster again. Good Trouble Lives On. I'm at that rally tonight that was in my area, and we're close to my area. I'm really excited to be here. We've had some good conversations, and there's a speaker that's speaking right now. So I am so glad that I came to the rally to join with others as we again fight against the injustices that are running rampant in our country today under the Trump administration, including attack on our voting rights once again, ongoing attack there since 2020 elections, right? Um, and also in standing in solidarity with others against HR 1. Oh my goodness, I am still navigating through those amendments, you all, those 400 plus amendments that came out of the Senate. And I'm still navigating through those. But before I get there, let me ask you all how you're doing. So how are you all doing? How are you doing mentally? How are you doing spiritually? How are you doing socially? How are you doing physically? How are you doing mentally? I am doing absolutely amazing, y'all. I'm a little warm, so y'all gonna see me slit. Let me go and wipe my face right now. Y'all, it's lighting. We've seen some lightning out here already. We've seen some thunder out here already. It's already rained, and it was just a sprinkle, and it felt so good. I ain't even gonna lie, because the humidity in North Carolina is ridiculous. If you don't know, now you know the humidity in North Carolina is absolutely ridiculous. So there's some thundering right now. So we've already had a little sprinkle of rain, then it started raining just a little bit more, and I sat there because I was like, I shall not be moved. I'm gonna stay right here at this rally until it's time for us to go, but or unless it gets like kind of too dangerous to stay out here. But again, that's where I am tonight, so I'm not going to do a full show tonight. But I didn't realize I was going to come here until like maybe Tuesday. But I still wanted to come on live just to let you all know what I'm doing, to check in with you, see how you're doing, like what's up with y'all. How are you all doing? Put it in the chat, put it in the comment section if you're listening to the broadcast or podcast later. Just let me know how you all are doing. And I do want to know, are you all at a rally this evening, or did you go to a rally earlier today? Like, how are you fighting against the injustices that are happening in the Trump administration? I said I was going to talk about it a little bit, right? So I don't know if you all have read the HR 1. I was supposed to dive deep into that tonight, and I apologize, you all. But I'm here, at the rally, so I apologize, and I'm not into HR 1 tonight. But if you haven't read it, you all, one of the things, there's several, there's hundreds of things I'm really concerned about, or dozens of things rather, that I'm concerned about in HR 1, which is the quote unquote big beautiful bill, which is a big ugly stupid murder bill, if you ask me. But a few things that I'm concerned about is attack on Medicaid and Medicare. I'm concerned about attack on SNAP benefits and how that will impact families being fed, children being fed, and even their free lunch program or their ability to get free lunch with the school system because of SNAP benefits. Because for children who are on SNAP benefits, they have a greater chance of approval for free lunch at the school, and most of the time they get it. Which is amazing. But you all, like, I work in a school district where our children get free lunch and breakfast anyway. We were able to get a grant, or there's a federal program or a state program or a grant. I can't really remember right now what it was. So our kids actually eat free anyway. But for those school districts who don't have that program or don't have that grant or the ability to get funds to feed their children for free lunch for students is absolutely necessary for some of our children. And so I'm very concerned about that. I'm concerned about the credits for students who want to apply, who need to and want to apply for the Pell Grant. The credits which used to be 12, made for a full-time, 12 credits was a full-time student to get the Pell Grant. The credits will be up to 15. And I don't know if you went to college or not, but when I went to college as a freshman, 4 classes were plenty. I think I ended up taking 5 classes at some point during my 4-year or my 3-year degree, because I did drop out and end up going back later. But I think I took maybe 1 or 2 during 1 or 2 semesters. I took 15 credits, and it was a lot. But think about 5 classes, that equals to about 5 classes for an incoming freshman who's just from the home, most of them, new environment, new to being out on their own and by themselves and setting their own schedule and being dependent on making sure they got their, assignments done and clothes washed and homework done and all of that. It could be tremendously difficult for those students. So adding an extra class could be like detrimental to some students because they may not have the capacity to do that, but they still need that Pell Grant. They still need that funding to get a college education without having to take out student loans. And so I'm very concerned about how that will impact some of our students actually going to college, excuse me, you all, and getting the funds that they need to go to college. In addition, they are taking away the ability for students who do need a loan. This bill takes away the ability for them to get a reduced rate when they get out of college and start repaying that loan, like an IRB, which is income-based, like any type of income-based assistance, so that they can repay their loan while still making a living for themselves and for their family. So I'm really concerned about those issues that are outlined in HR 1. If you all have some issues that I didn't mention that are relevant to you or that you are passionate about, please add it to the chat. Please add it to the comment section later. I would love to read it and dive into your thoughts and your concerns about that. And just in some other news, as far as education is concerned, I am so very concerned about the impact that the deletion of not we haven't had a deletion of the Department of Education right now, but there is definitely a decrease in funding from the Department of Education, a decrease in federal funding in specific or in particular Title I funds. Title I funds impact low income students, students who need that extra need extra resources to support them academically. So a decrease in funds for the Department of Education, in particular Title I, can impact those students not getting the additional tutoring and support that they need to be successful in public education. It also impacts migrant students, students with an individual education plan, which is an IEP. It impacts our unhoused children as well. So I'm very concerned about that particular part or that. Yeah, I'm concerned about what the administration is doing as it relates to that. And so, yeah, y'all, that's just a separate concern. I don't think those things are addressed in HR 1 at this time, but for sure it has been some discussions about it, and there's already been impact at our local school districts, and mine is one of them that has already been impacted by a lack of Title I funds. And so I'm just so disappointed, y'all. I'm just angry, disappointed. Sometimes I'm just feeling sad about it. And it's a lot going on in our administration. And it is so important that we stay in the know about what's going on, that we stay informed about what's going on in our communities, and in our federal government. And you all know primaries, we're in primary season now. I think I said it last week. We are in primary season now. Some states have already voted for their candidate for, the parties, for Democratic Party, Republican Party, other parties. But our primaries are occurring in 2026. You all, please check your voter registration. Please make sure that you are still active. Check out the candidates that are running in your community. Local elections, you all have heard me say it, local elections are just as important as presidential elections. So check your state board of elections website, find out who is running in your area, find out what races are happening for the primaries for 2026, find out who's running, check out their history, check out their website, see if they're if an organization in your community is hosting those candidates during a town hall or other community event. If they are, go to that town hall, go to that community event so that you can hear directly from the candidates about what they will do if they are elected into that particular office. It is so important that we know the promises that these candidates are sharing with us so that when they get into political office, whether it's our candidate or not, when they get in political office, we can hold them accountable to fulfill the promises that they have made to their constituents and to the community. So do your own research, you all. It's good to listen to news media, like mainstream media. It's wonderful to listen to Black-owned media, like Roland Martin Unfiltered, Black Press USA. Reverend Al Sharpton has his Keeping It Real throughout the week. And so I'm listening to those three like every day. I'm inundated with Black media, Black-owned media, and Black hosted media. And so mainstream media, again, is good, but Black-owned media and Black hosted media gives us the news that will support us as Black people, as African Americans. So those are just three that I suggest to you. If you have any more that are good, there's another young lady that I'm thinking about. I can't call her name right now, but I watched some of her videos as well. If you have other news outlets that are Black owned or Black hosted, please put it in the chat or add it to the comment section later, because I would love to check them out and hear what they are sharing from their perspective about the news, as well as giving us new information and just things that we need to know, okay? And so, yeah, y'all, so I can't even see the chat, so I can't even see how y'all are doing because I'm on my my small tech device. But yeah, you all, again, I just wanted to come on to see how y'all see me sweating, right? Woo, to see how you all are doing, to let you know what I'm doing tonight. I know I won't be on next Thursday. I have something happening next Thursday, and I can't really remember what it is right now. I think there's a class that I've signed up for that I want to go to. And so I know I will not be on next Thursday. And I think the following Thursday might be a fifth Thursday. Oh, the following Thursday is a fifth Thursday, you all. But I just might come on that fifth Thursday since I'm going to miss next week. And because tonight is a short show, I may just come on the fifth Thursday to just give us an update, to give us some news so we can talk about what's going on. In case you don't know, today is also the day that Eric Gartner, is it his birthday? I think today is the day that he passed away, that he was murdered. And so I definitely want to acknowledge that. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say, you all. Like I said, I would turn the camera around and let you see what's happening, but I didn't get permission to record anybody. And I do not like people recording me and taking pictures of me when I'm out and about. Like, just because I'm out and about don't mean I want my picture on whatever social media post or wherever you're gonna put it. So anywho, so that's the only reason why I'm not turning my camera around. But there are dozens of people here. And I don't know if you could listen to, there's a speaker that's speaking now. And the first speaker was absolutely amazing. I can't even think of her name, but she was absolutely amazing. So I'm just excited to be here to stand in solidarity with my community against this authoritarianism, authoritarianism. I can't even get my words right, but against this person that wants to be king, that's in the White House, against a delineation of our civil rights, attack on our civil rights, delineation of our civil rights, voting rights, education, everything that is being done in the White House. I'm, again, just standing in solidarity And I do want to walk a little bit, you all, because I do want to show you some of the signs that are up, even though I'm not going to show you the people. I'm looking at this sign right here that I absolutely love. And so I'm actually going to turn my camera around. Okay, y'all, sorry about that. I have no idea what I did. It is difficult trying to work through a phone. All right, y'all. So let me turn this around so you all can see. I want you all to see this sign. Again, we are getting into some good trouble, into some necessary trouble, you all. And so from a podcast, I'm sorry, y'all, there was a pause because I don't even know what I went to on my phone. But there's another sign that I want you all to see that I really like, because again, we are standing with our immigrant sisters and brothers as well, because you all know a lot of times when there are attacks on democracy, it oftentimes starts with the immigrants, and so they're after our Latino brothers and sisters, our Mexican brothers and sisters, but it could be us next as African Americans, as Black people. And so I want you all to see this other sign right here. Due process means no one on American soil can be deprived of life, liberty, or property without the chance to defend themselves. That is due process. That's actually due process is a constitutional right, but they are spitting on and blankety on, curse word I can't say, on the Constitution, and it's horrific. And so again, you all, I'm going to go ahead and go because I'm missing some good speeches. And so I'm going to go ahead and get back to the rally. Thank you all for joining for this very, very short, the Stephanie Humphrey channel and the Stephanie Humphrey podcast. I will give you all an update on the fifth Sunday. Lord bless me to live to see it. I'll give you all an update about the rally and about the numbers, because there are dozens, if not hundreds of, I actually saw the map for our Good Trouble. Um, Our Good Trouble lives on. I want to say Our Good Trouble fights on. That's why I keep looking at the sign, because I want to say Good Trouble fights on, but it's actually Good Trouble lives on. And so when I looked at the map, there are hundreds, I know dozens at least, rallies that are happening across the United States. And it is thought, we think that this might be one of the largest civil rights movement either ever, or at least in our generation, or well, our generation could be ever, I guess, because of the 60s civil rights movement, but we think this is one of the largest civil rights rallies, marches that we've had in history. So I'll give you the numbers later if I can get them in time, which I'm sure I can. And I'll give you all an update about some of the things that I've learned and experienced while I'm here. I do want to acknowledge Repairers of the Breach with Reverend Barber. Their rally is happening in Raleigh right now. And I wanted to go there, but I really didn't want to drive to Raleigh today. So I came to a town closer to me. And so I'm excited to hear what Reverend Barber and the other ministers and leaders and community members at Repairs of the Breaches. Good Trouble lives on, what they have to say today. Okay, you all, I love you. You all take care, and I will see you 5th Thursday, 6:30 p.m. right here on the Stephanie Humphrey channel and the Stephanie Humphrey podcast. You all be blessed. Bye-bye.